Welcome to Recruitment and Retention using Cause-Based Club Strategies. My name is Corey Lopardi, and I'm an Assistant Rotary Coordinator for Zone 27. I'm honored to be speaking with you today. I just wanted to share my contact info in case you have any questions after the session. It's right there, part of my Yahoo. As I said, I'm also the chair of the Rotary Big West New Club Task Force and the Zone's 26-27 satellite specialist. So if you have any questions on membership or satellite clubs or new clubs, just shoot me an email. I'm the person to reach out to. So anyone guess where this photo is from? Feel free to shout out or raise your hand.
Oh no. 2005. I have no clue. I am sorry.
All right. Well, this was a photo of Vatican City in 2005 as thousands of people were waiting for a new pope to be chosen. And if you look in the photo, you'll see that one person had their flip phone open during the event. Now, just 8 years later, we were once again selecting a new pope, and there was a much different audience experience going on at the time. So, you know, the world's been in a culture shift for some time now. Actually, over the 40-year span from 1975 to 2015, a lot of change was going on. Parents were spending far more time with their kids now than they were. Dads were only spending about 3 hours a week with their kids back in 1975. Spouses now are spending way more time around the house, which in turn takes up more of their weekly time to spend on other activities. And when you add it all up, it makes it harder and harder for people to find free time for things like Rotary, especially when you do the math there. And there are only 168 hours a week, and there's far more hours on that little chart. So Rotary is aware that times have been changing, and they're going to continue to change. Paul Harris even said that it's a changing world and we've got to be prepared to change with it. And one way we meet communities' needs and needs for change is through new Rotary clubs. And Rotary has something to say about that.
As Rotary, we often ask ourselves, how do we grow personally, professionally, and organizationally? The answer is simple. To grow Rotary, we need more Rotary clubs. Let's use any town as an example. Any town is a city of 100,000 people and home to one proud Rotary club. But there are hundreds of other people of action, just like us, who are uniquely qualified to become Rotary members. They share the same drive and represent the values and fundamentals of a Rotary member. So why aren't they members? Well, the current club meets on Monday. There are leaders in any town who can't meet on Monday. By excluding this segment, the potential members in any town has shrunk. Now consider, what if the meeting is at noon on Monday? There are people who can meet on Monday, but can't meet at noon. So now we have a smaller audience for Rotary in any town. Of the remaining group, some aren't in a club with a sit-down lunch and speakers. They are passionate about service, but aren't interested in a traditional club experience. And that is okay. The Rotary Club of any town isn't doing anything wrong. It just doesn't appeal to particular segments of the community. And if we're going to thrive for years to come, we must adapt and embrace change. In any town, we have an opportunity to expand because potential members are everywhere. More than half of the eligible people are prospective Rotary members, waiting to make a bigger impact in their community. But what Rotary club exists for them? If any town creates new clubs at new times and new places, the hidden potential for Rotary will be revealed. As people of action, we must broaden our reach and provide opportunities to all leaders in the community. Together, all of us can grow Rotary.
All right. Anybody seen that video before by a show of hands? Just you? All right. Well, no? Okay. So not only is this idea of new clubs as far as time of day and place kind of catching on, but we've actually seen a lot of, in the last few years, growing focus on cause-based clubs. And what we found out since we've had the new club task force is that there are a few things that most of these cause-based clubs have in common. One, these clubs are always clear on their why. Like the Rotary Club of Minnesota Veterans that focuses on issues and projects that support veterans. These clubs know their cause or purpose for being a club, and they often have that baked into their policies. So they know when a choice needs to be made on something, it fits with the club's mission. And cause-based clubs are always quick to adapt, like the Shawnigan Lake Rotary Eco Club, whose mission is support projects and clean up the Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Shawnigan Lake area. But when they were told by the Canadian government that they couldn't have a together cleanup day, they weren't allowed to meet in groups. They organized a Clean Where You Are campaign because they knew the work that they were doing was important to them and important to their members. So they were quick to adapt. These clubs also make membership easy. They tend to have lower dues structures, and it's clear on their websites, like the Rotary Club here, that, you know, if you want to know how to be a member, it's right there on their website, on their social media, you know how to join. And they don't tend to have a long membership induction process. They do get members involved right away in their projects, often before they're even part of the Rotary Club. And they also share their story of why they exist, what they do, and how you can get involved. Like the KK Rotary Eco Club, they're active on social media and in their community, and always sharing their story.
This is what Hawaii is about, all coming together. That's what this is evidence of, is that we can all come together and do something good. So amazing.
If we want to do something that actually is gonna start making change right now, is to plant trees. Like they help with water retention, they help also with cooling down the temperature. So the benefits of planting trees are just infinite. We've been just like giving them for granted.
You know, one tree at a time, we can make a difference.
So with 1 million people in Hawaii, if each person just planted a single tree, that'd be 1 million trees. If we did that for every child that was born, that small effort can really add up to a big, impactful project.
That's what Rotary is about, it's service above self and secure. We're to serve not only ourselves for doing good, but also to help the people of Hawaii and the planet. So,
opportunities like this to have Rotary out in the community. We want to invite other people to come and join us and be part of these efforts. And it's fun. It is fun.
I think this is about the most fabulous thing that has happened on the planet in 100 million years.
It was absolutely fantastic. We love doing this. It's a great project.
I think that doing something good for the world as well for yourself is very important. And people who choose to be Rotarian have this desire to do so. And that's a big part of why they're here today. Well, here it feels good. It feels fulfilling. It feels like we can give thanks back to not just, each other, our community, but for the world. And in here,
we need trees. Without trees, we get all this soil runoff that destroys our coral reefs. So trees are so vital. Trees help keep our reefs alive. Trees keep air in our atmosphere, and they keep the birds, the bees, and all the animals that belong here where they should be. And so the other thing that trees are really doing is they're taking all the carbon from the air and the pollution that we create in our planes and our hotels and our cars, and it puts it right back to where it belongs. As we sequester carbon, for every tree that we plant, we know that we're doing a good thing for our world and our environment.
What we like is bringing the community together, because when the project is owned by the community, they care more about it and they are more aware of the changes that need to happen.
So this is what people get. We built a forest.
It's unbelievable, the power of human beings and what we can do when we set our minds to something.
We really want to thank all of the Rotarians that make a difference in the world, that make a difference for the people that we serve. And you can join the movement for Rotary.
So as you can see, these clubs, these cause-based clubs really bring people together. They bring their communities together. And that is the fifth thing about these clubs. They just bring people together. Like the cause-based club of the Rotary Club of Global Action in District 5150. It has 36 members of various backgrounds across 19 different countries. They meet virtually, they do projects in their communities, and it connects. And that's one of the things that Rotary wants to do, expand our reach and do more connections. So there are a few other things we do know about these cause-based clubs. One is that statistically, they have a higher percentage of female members, more than double of our current traditional clubs, if you will. And generally, they're made up of members that are younger than our existing clubs, about a decade younger for all the new clubs. There's always a concern that new clubs are taking away, but we do know that 80%, actually 88% of new Rotary Club members, especially cause-based Rotary Club members, are new to Rotary, brand new to Rotary. And so when we start a cause-based club, we attract people that aren't being attracted to the clubs typically that exist in their communities. And I wanted to talk about that. I've had the opportunity to do a video series called Expanding Our Reach, where I've been interviewing the new clubs that have started in the zone pair since 2019. And I've heard lots of different stories, a number of them cause-based clubs. But I wanted to touch on one, which is the West Covina Tutorial Cause-Based Club. It is a club that was started basically because a church pastor and a Rotarian in the church had some conversations about what was needed in the community. And one of the things was needed was tutors for students. And they started a tutorial cause-based Rotary Club. And so I've got a short little segment where they can explain to you kind of how that happened and just the effect, if you will, of bringing new people into Rotary. So Roger, what was your reaction when Bob had this idea of starting a new Rotary Club around tutoring?
Well, Bob and I go way back. I've been a long time in Rotary, 36 years, and my current position is District Governor-elect for District 5300. But I also was assigned the duty of Rotary advocate for the district. And Bob thought he would come to me and say, oh, what can we do here? And immediately I thought of the cause-based club. It fit perfectly. And that's at that point in time, we started working together and continuing the dialogue. And that's what I have to say, every project like this requires a champion of that project. And Pastor Corey, God bless him, he was the champion of this project. I'm sure he's been champion of many, but he did a phenomenal job on this. He helped recruit all 20 brand new Rotarians, all tutors, to this organization. So I can't say enough.
So Pastor Corey, did I hear that correct? There were no other Rotarians that chartered the club with you?
Yeah, Bob was our one church member that had Rotary experience, but yeah, we started completely from scratch. And so yeah, the first step was just getting the vision of what we wanted to do, and then a lot of recruiting of having members come on board. And to be honest, once we had the vision in place, there were a lot of people that had interest, and so it was not so much recruiting for the club, though there was that aspect of it, but they caught the vision of the idea of a cause-based club, that there was a specific thing that we were working towards that they were excited about. And we saw the benefits of this being a Rotary club that was able to assist with kind of the vision we had along the lines of helping these students from the school.
So now, I know not all of you are ready to go out and start your own cause-based club for the district, but there are a few ways that existing Rotary clubs can benefit from the cause-based ideas. So one way clubs are expanding their reach is through cause-based satellite clubs, like the Sierra Eco Action Rotary Satellite E-Club. These cause-based clubs, cause-based satellites, actually, not only attract new members to the host club, but they bring Rotary to community members who might not have been exposed to it. This club meets twice a month online, and they do service projects, and families are welcome. So they're offering not only environmental service, online meetings, but they're inviting families to be involved. And we know not all of our clubs actually do a great job of that. That's something we could do more. Like all new clubs, these cause-based satellites are usually the first to step up. And that's one of the things we found about new Rotary clubs. They have members that are eager to get involved. So they typically step up even to their host club or to the other clubs in their area when a club says, hey, we've got a project. They're the first to get in line and try to help out. Like the Rotary Club of Anaheim Peace and Dignity Satellite Club, they purchased all the school supplies and helped fill the backpacks for a recent Students in Need program. I think this was just last month in August. And if you can look there, they even contributed some words of encouragement. The little card that they put in the pencil boxes saying that you are stronger than you think, hand drawn and printed out by the members from the club. So
Wow.
yeah. And you know, sometimes a new purpose is all a club needs. For instance, the Rotary Club of Sequim, Washington, it was founded in 1930, but by 2018, they were considering turning in their charter. Until Rotarians Mary Budke and Kurt Turner suggested a community service project to build customized bicycles for children who couldn't ride traditional bikes. So this singular cause gave the club new life and attracted several members to the new small club. In fact, they won the Small Club Growth in 2018-2019 award from the district. They've since partnered with the school district on their adaptive bike program, and they've helped several students, about one student a quarter. Even during shutdowns due to COVID-19, they were able to contribute to donate bikes on a regular basis. Now, the goal of the project is to help one child at a time, but it gives members a regular activity and motivation to keep being involved in the club and to keep giving to their community. Now, the Rotary Club of Lahaina Sunset has chosen a Go Green focus for their Rotary Club's cause. Now, they are not a cause-based club, but they're a Rotary Club that chose a Go Green cause, and they've chosen to focus special attention to environmental related projects for their community service. And it may be a little hard to read there, but they recognize the 5 areas of service on their website, and they say within the second area, we are having a Go Green mission. We're going to focus on environmental related projects, and they list out kind of what those are. They talk about the theme and how they want to connect to the public, but they also are aware that they have guidelines on what they can and can't do so that they don't take on projects that are too big for their small club. So having this Go Green cause gives them the ability to focus and to know who they are, what they are, their purpose is, and to let the community know how they can get involved. So we've got a real small group here, but I really want to turn to an Imagine Rotary exercise with you, one that I call 8 crazy cause-based Rotary ideas. So in a minute, you're going to be invited to go off into a breakout room, and you can work on this during that time. You'll have 10 to 15 minutes. It might not take you the full 15. I want you to come up with 8 ideas for cause-based Rotary clubs. Now, the prompts are, what if we started a Rotary club that, or what if we focused our Rotary club on, Or what if we started a satellite club that? So these are prompts, and the only rule is your idea needs to be based on a cause that might benefit your community. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share here if I can. So if you'd like to continue the topic and discussion and conversations around new clubs and new Rotary ideas, Zones 26 and 27 have a quarterly Zoom conversation we'd love to invite you to. It's our peer-to-peer connections, and it happens 4 times the Rotary year. The very first one is September 27th. You can just reach out to your DG line or email me for a link to that, and we'd love to invite anyone who's interested in learning more and discussing these topics.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
We will get that out.
Yeah. Thanks for allowing me to be here today. And I'd be happy to help in any way I can with your Rotary membership needs. So,
Okay.
Thank you so much, Corey.
Okay, very good.
all right.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay.